My name is Jim Coston, lead pastor of FBC Scottsdale. Do you ever ask God to just stop it, to stop the pain, to end the disasters, to end all the misery? That, God, just snap your fingers and make all the hurt go away, the struggle, the grief, the difficulty that we have. Just undo all the hardship, God. We believe that you can do that. Just snap your fingers and make all that go away. Do you ever ask, God, why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? Well, in many ways, I think that would be an armistice and not a victory. And do you know the difference? You know what an armistice is? An armistice is when two groups that are in conflict with each other agree to a truce. We'll both stop fighting, right? It doesn't resolve anything. It doesn't mean that they're no longer enemies. It just means they agreed to stop fighting. It's like a football game that ends in a tie, right? Neither side won, neither side lost. We're still on opposite teams. We're still going to battle against each other in the future, but right now it's a tie. World War I ended with an armistice, and a couple decades later we got World War II. The Korean conflict ended with an armistice between North and South Korea, but no one would say that they're at peace, right? An armistice doesn't mean peace. It is just the absence of fighting. North Korea still has a wealth of arms aimed at South Korea. There's still the demilitarized zone. They are still potentially ready to battle at any moment because that fragile truce, that armistice is there. God is not going to negotiate a truce with the devil. God is not going to agree to an armistice with Satan. God doesn't accept an armistice with evil or with suffering. God wants absolute victory. God wants total victory over the forces of darkness and its spawn. And God does this through Jesus Christ. I want to read to you a verse from John 16:13. I have told you these things. This is Jesus saying it. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. These verses come just before the chief priests arrest Jesus and later crucify him. But he is raised up. God is not willing to accept an armistice with the devil. It is going to be an absolute victory and a complete surrender by the devil and demons and so forth. The resurrection is a total, complete, and absolute declaration of victory over death. It is not a feeble hang in there. The empty tomb is a declaration that evil is done. It's not a pep talk to stick it out, we'll try again and get them next time. The suffering endured by believers, including and especially all those standing where the world suffers, that proclaims that redemption wins. So the gospel is not about an armistice. It's not about a truce. It is about the unconditional surrender of the devil and the absolute victory of Jesus Christ. So endure the present struggles, because Jesus Christ is the victor, and that victory includes all believers, and we can proclaim it even in the midst of difficult days, even in the midst of hardship and suffering, even in the midst of the groans of the world, because we know that there's going to be an unconditional surrender by the devil, and for Jesus Christ, it is absolute victory. If this devotional has meant something to you, please share it with others. I invite you to join us at FBC Scottsdale to worship. You can support our ministry. Simply go online to FBCScottsdale.church. Blessings to you.